A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Minshew. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. On the draw, this is Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's going to look deep down. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun is Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Points and feel great going into the half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. The final score, 19-7. From there, we head out west to the Golden State to check on the Rams at home in L.A. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 17-10, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? Find out. Let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play. It costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Luck throwing again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And now another one thrown incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Minshew, 1st and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Entering coaching screen depth chart. Entering depth chart screen, 1 row 58 columns, left filter Broncos, right filter
6 yards
QB
was the
slot, no
pickup on the
players.
last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Fournette.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another first down as he'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
Ready. 8-3.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Finding room inside the 40. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Fournette running out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing on first to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Love. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on third down, Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He's not going to get me. 11. Hey, seam 6.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. Knotted up here at 10.
Super instant replay.
That's our
Entering
scores. We begin quarter number 4. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
12. 950. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, Delta.
To the air again, Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now pass there, complete to Westbrook. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. An 80-yard touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Throwing is Love. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it'll be second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Blunt. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Love. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Love. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 16-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away.
Here we go.
Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens games as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if in it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Luck. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The open man is Westbrook. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's on Jawan Taylor, 2nd-round pick from Florida. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with 8 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This one taken from the 7. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. One last throw here for Luck. This is the tight end fan. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed